And welcome back. This is ICJ. Once again, I'm down here on the floor kicking it. I got some more exercises for you all. Now, when we do these exercises, I want to be clear that not all of them are conditioning. Not all of them are flexibility. Not all of them all fall under the same category. How I break these workouts down is from head to toe. Whenever you stretch, you should stretch everything from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your foot. And if you don't know how to, that is why you are in tune right now. And you will push that subscribe button, because that is when you're going to get the exclusive content of the information that I have for you all pertaining to your physicality and how to build correctly, safely. Okay. Anyways, the first exercise we're going to do, I'm going to show you. It's going back to the ankles, but it's also leg strength, alright? So, what you want to do is circle. The slower the better. Find your range of motion. After you do that, you hear that? Take its time. And then go to the other side. Then also front, back, front, back. Okay? So you're going to do that with both of them. I know you couldn't see this foot over there, but he's getting it too. And really, it feels good. It wakes your ankles up, and it lets you know that they've been active. If you've been active, alright? Yeah. Feels good. It's like a release for your ankles, alright? Now, the next thing I want you to try to do is, first off, flex your feet as hard as you can to see if you can lift your heels off of the ground. Try and keep correct posture. Upward. And then, see that? Boom. So it's like you're trying to straighten your legs as much as possible. Yes, you're going to feel it in your surrounding your patella, and you're also going to feel it in your quadriceps. And if you flex, you're also going to feel it in your shin area. Alright? So that's boom. Up, down, up, down. It's going to be a nice solid workout. I'll tell you that. Then the rest, I want you to try and do the same thing except with your toes pointed. Yeah. Up, down, up, down. It's going to be a workout, alright? And then, of course, how you stretch it out is you can reach out for your toes. Alright? Not everybody can do it. You have to separate your feet. Separate your feet, your legs apart, so that you can increase your range of motion of stretching out all the way to the bottoms of your feet. Alright? That should be your goal. You stretch out to the bottom of your foot. You don't have to do anything more. And I'm not saying it's bad if you can't do that. I'm just saying it's good if you can do that. Alright? So, those are those exercises pertaining to the legs. It's the ankles and your knees, which also connects to your quads and everything else. Alright? That was the first one. Oh yes, the second one. You get to lay on back. Lay on back. So, it's like a relaxed position. You have 3 different variations. First one, you can lay down. That feels good, right? The second one, you can be on your elbows, like a lawn chair or a beach chair if you prefer. Alright? And then the third and more advanced, or for those active lifestyle enthusiasts, you sit up and you support yourself. See that? Support. No matter how you do it, you just realize that you're there to support yourself. Alright? That's what matters. Anyways, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start off with sets of 10. One leg at a time. I want you to do 10 with your foot flexed, and then 10 with your foot pointed. Check it out. Flex. Take your time with it. Those dancers and everybody else who have a more active lifestyle, you can put more speed to it. You could call it a whip, a kick, however you want to look at it, alright? So, for example, look, I'm also going to point my toe this time now. Here. The whole purpose of this is control. You want to be able to control your hip flexors, and like I said, with the support, it helps you with just controlling yourself as a whole. All right. Next, the next variation of these leg lifts are going to be up, around, and back. Up, around, and back on both legs. Let's just do sets of like 2 of those. And like I said, I like 3, but this is going to be different for some of you, and I know you're going to be sore because it involves your hip flexors. Not everybody's flexible. So before we even get into those, I want to show you a stretch. This is called the butterfly. So basically what you want to do is put the bottom of your feet together and then scoot them in as much as possible. So you can rock, scoot your bottom in, pull your feet in. You want to feel that nice, tight compression. And then here's what you do. If you're about that life or you feel like your legs can move, start to move them side to side. First, you want to stretch them out before you just get them flapping. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to show you. You have different variations for this stretch. Pull your feet in close. Try and pull your belly button to your heels. And then after you do that and hold it for at least 10, 15 seconds, that's when you then slide your legs out to more of a diamond shaped position. And then same thing, except it's now like you want to try and put your forehead to your toes. Alright? Help stretch out your neck. Help stretch out your back. And it's a good, it lets you, what word am I trying to say? You're able to control and monitor your hip flexors opening and releasing at a controlled and accepted rate. Okay? I think you got that. So, one more exercise that will help with this and assist with just waking them up is make sure you have space behind you. You hold your ankles or hold your feet like a bread basket, or however you hold things like that, and you rock back. Now, if you don't have soft ground, soft padding or anything, don't rock and roll. You just lay there, grab your feet, and then just pull in. Then just hang in and have a good time, you know. You let your body do the talking. Alright? So, now that we did some of those exercises to get warmed up, I'm going to show you the example of the circle of rounds. Hey, also, if you're not that flexible, it's okay to do it with a bent knee. Okay? Bend knee, lift it up, go out to the side, and back to the front. Lift it up, out to the side, and back to the front. Okay? But like I said, if you have that more active lifestyle, you can lift, out to the side, and around. But I'm going to tell you, you might want to just start off with the tuck ones until you get used to it. Because not everybody's hip flexors are open. Make sense? And I'm going to show you. I like doing this position because it's like I'm lazy, but it still takes work. I can still focus on my core as I'm doing this. Alright? So it's just my preference. You, like I said, you can do it sitting up, or you can even do it laying down. I just know that's too lazy for me. But this might be a good start for those. Laying down actually might be a better start for those who are new to it, or beginners, or have never tried to work with their hip flexors. Lay down, please. We're going to put the disclosure up there on it. Don't worry, we're going to get it. Anyways, that's the exercises. That's number 2. I know I give you different variations. The last one are like body planks. But I was doing some studying about in gymnastics in their field, and I'm like, what's the most supported event that they do? And then I had to think about it, and I'm like, in my head, it would be the pommel horse, because your hands are closed like this the whole time. Here, if they're grabbing the pommel, if not, they're trying to keep it on the leather, and it's just not only in this position, but it's also in this position. So, for those of you former gymnasts or anybody who knows anything about men's gymnastics and the pommel horse, they know that it takes a serious amount of not only discipline, but upper body strength and control. So a lot of times I get it when you're doing your push-ups and everything, you want it open, and then they give you different variations and stuff. Now I'm like, alright, cool, do that. That's a lot of energy being exerted. I hope you get it. But anyways, my point I'm trying to make is, the closer you keep your hands together, especially with supporting your own body weight, the tighter you are going to make your upper body, especially when it comes to response time. And also, it keeps your core completely engaged. So it's like learning a strict position. That's like in weightlifting, how they have to spread their feet for a solid base. Yes, it's like the same thing, except we don't have that extra weight. You have your own body. So that should be enough. And if so, then that's when you can challenge yourself. But until then, my recommendation for exercise is just to keep your hands close. If you don't have that, if you're not as fit as you desire to be, and you need a handicap or some sort of how to water it down, you just take the pressure off of your legs and just be on your knees. Same thing. Keep your hands as close as possible. Okay? And then what you do with this is you're going to hold it in 4 different positions. Here. And I want you to keep the pressure over your wrist. So watch. Watch the side angle. Instead of it being up and down, I'm going to leave it a little bit forward so that the pressure is not just demanding on my wrist, but it also gets my complete upper body engaged. Alright? So watch. See that? A lot of times when you see this exercise, especially in your LA Fitness or your Gold's Gym or whatever, they do it with a medicine ball, which is cool, but think about it. If you can control your own body without a ball, it's going to make it easier for you to learn how to control it with a ball or adapt to that training regimen. Alright? Here's the second position. Same thing. You see I'm leaning, post up on it. That's what's going to help you keep it tight and together. Okay? And get the other side. I know I've been up here for a little bit. Longer than usual, probably, I don't know. But I want you to do that. This is a good stretch and an overall good. Keep your upper body solid. Okay? Like I said, just do it for, well, some of you. It's going to be different. It's going to be challenging. So, I would say go for at least 10 seconds. I would like for you to think about getting up to 30 seconds. But, you know, that's up to you. Just try them out. Start small. Do 5 seconds for all I care. And then in the back is the most challenging because not everybody is as flexible back there. I know I am not the most flexible back there. So, let me show you what I'm talking about. You got me? Hands are close. And watch, I'm going to turn this way so you can see my hips out too. Just hold it. Boom. And while you're in these positions, think about if you could shift your weight, how you would shift your weight. Where would that energy and that motion come from? Where would it start with? You know, is it your shoulders? Is it your elbows? Is it your hands, your wrists? Where is it? So I want you to start being more aware of your body and how it adapts. But you got to adapt here first. All right, everyone. I'm going to holler at y'all. I love you. Talk to you soon. And you have a fantastic Friday. I'll holler.